Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Freaky Tales. And this is a new film from writers-directors Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, who previously made films like Half Nelson and Captain Marvel. And here, this story is filled with action and comedy and strange, unexplainable things as four interconnected stories set in 1987 Oakland, California will tell about love and music and people and places and unexplainable things. And this film is an interesting hodgepodge of ideas and passions and different kinds of elements. And overall, I feel like this film certainly is channeling a lot of that, like, Carpenter, Big Trouble Little China, and They Live kind of energy with this campy, surreal, strange kind of expression of a place. And I think Boden and Fleck do a fine job of channeling that kind of energy. And you feel it in the score, very synthy kinds of tones from the 80s. And Raphael Sadiq, who does the score, does a really fine job, and Jack Fitzgerald, who's behind the camera, cinematographer, I think does a fine job of capturing this retro kind of feel. I think the aesthetics really work, the costuming and stuff like that. There's some pieces of flair in terms of the storytelling. There's some fun animated sequences with this sketchy kind of hand-drawn animation, and it has a lot of fun energy. It has crazy action and exciting moments and, seeing neo-Nazis brawl with these new age punks in the middle of Oakland, California. Just like this has this strange, unexplainable kind of energy to it. There's some emotional moments too that hit as we connect with some of these characters. And there's other, like, campy kind of special effects, with some of the characters channeling this psychic energy and eyes glowing green and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Narratively, though, and thematically, this is messy and all over the place. And they're trying to weave together these stories in a specific way. And sure, they have some form of through line to them, but it is a bit challenging trying to thread the needle with so many just jarring different kinds of stories. And it doesn't stick the landing as well as it probably could have, but there's still a lot of fun and enjoyment to have, and some of these stories do connect on a more emotional level. I did appreciate Pedro Pascal's sequence where he plays a debt collector and he has his pregnant wife, and there's real emotion there. And there's others where it's like you have these two young Black women who are aspiring rappers and they get to have their kind of moment. Others are just like, over-the-top pop culture-y, pulpy kinds of experiences. Ben Mendelsohn plays this horrible, racist cop figure in the film, and Jay Ellis plays, like, NBA star Sleepy Floyd, who has these strange powers, and this all builds up to crazy, outrageous climax of a film. This film is a fun ride, and has a lot of things to admire. It's just not perfectly put together. It doesn't always work. But I think the energy and the expression that Fleck and Boden are able to put into it, I think makes this still a worthwhile, nostalgic, campy kind of experience. But those are my thoughts on Freaky Tales. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.